Just the UK media. And my family, we all know this to be a fact. You know?
You know what?
My family, can you please?
You know what? I said to myself, you know what? I I am tired of the UK media. I'm tired of the unrelenting. I mean, I'm bored with it actually. I'm completely bored with this UK media nonsense or the Australian media. Like I'm like tired and bored with this using Meghan and Harry as clickbait for just it's just every day, creating all these like Meghan and Harry controversies. I mean, it's like I know Brian and other Sussex squaddies are like, they have a conniption every day because the UK media, and not just the UK media, I mean, the anti Harry and Meghan media, every day they put out like new bait. You know what I mean? Oh God, it's bait. They're baiting us, and it's gaslighting. I mean, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. And I'm like bored with it because to me it's a train to nowhere. You're getting nowhere with this, right? You are constantly being gaslit. You're constantly in this mode of defense. You're constantly firing back, shooting back, if you will. And I mean, you're getting nowhere. This isn't going to stop because this is an industry. This is an industry. And it's, what am I trying to say here? I mean, because if I stop covering this, then I don't have a YouTube channel. I understand that. But it's like, it's incredibly boring. You know, I mean, these people every day they throw something out so that, people like Brian, people like myself, Sussex Squatties, supporters of Harry and Meghan will go into like either a meltdown or into a defense mode or counterattack or whatever. And if you really think about it, they're not really saying anything new. It's the same thing every day for 8 years. Every day for 8 years. It's like we don't like Meghan. Really, that's what they're saying. And because Harry chose to go with her, we don't like Harry either. And that's really what they're saying, right? And, we hear you. We get the point. Point taken. I mean, this constant nonsense. The other day I saw that they had this whole story about William and Kate donated money to hurricane victims in Jamaica, and they were talking about Bob Marley and I'm like, Jesus criminy, you know what I mean? It's kind of like so obvious. They were like, it was a private donation, yet the entire press knows about it. So how can that be private? That's not private. That was a PR stunt. They all are in cahoots with it, where everybody should know that Harry and that William and Kate, William and Kate donated money to Jamaica, because Meghan and Harry were just in Jamaica. They did the Bob Marley premiere in Jamaica. And the last time William and Kate were in Jamaica, it didn't go so well. So now we have to know they donated money privately. And, the juxtaposition because, Harry and Meghan were there. They had a successful trip for the Bob Marley um, premiere. And so, what? We're supposed to jump on that and do what with it? I had no idea what to do with it. So I didn't do anything. It was the first time I'm talking about it. Yeah, I'm like, and maybe this will pass. Maybe it's just because I'm tired. But I'm like over it. I'm over being gaslit. I'm over being manipulated. I'm over, this constant ridiculous nonsense. What does it say? I'm just over it. And the thing is, I think Harry and Meghan have been over it. I don't know what they think about, us out here, the Sussex Squad, constantly like responding to this stuff. Do they think it's a good idea? Do they think it's a bad idea? I don't know, because what needs to really happen is for everyone who supports Harry and Meghan to just completely ignore these people, the UK media, the Australian media, the detractors, the haters, the what is the word they call them? Not detractors, they are derangers. Yeah. Just ignore them. Just like literally ignore them, right? Just ignore them. Don't talk about them. Don't mention their stories. Don't mention their headlines. Don't mention them by name. Just stop, because this is a joke at this point. These people don't even care. They're just talking to talk, right? They're talking to, just gaslight. They're talking to have something to say so that they can get a consulting fee. That's it. This is about consulting fees. They don't believe anything that they're saying. They don't care about anything that they're saying. Meghan and Harry have long since, receded and retreated into their lives, and they come out whenever they choose to do their work, and that's it. They're not in this tit for tat nonsense. They're not responding to it. They're not keeping track of it. They have a house with how many acres do they have? Like 10, 12 acres of land, huge gardens. They grow like citrus fruits and grapevines, and they have their chickens, and you know they have a mansion with got 10 bathrooms that takes a lot of time to manage, and 2 kids, and they are not listening to this nonsense anymore, right? So it's kind of like, oh my God, it's like, out here we're just batting the wind, honestly, because like Meghan and Harry are not paying attention to this. They don't even care. Listen, even Kate, she just took off 6 months. People talk, 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 talk. She's dead. She's this. And then in the end, nothing. She's fine. She's with her husband and her kids. It's a joke. They are having, we are entertaining them, certainly. And we are getting sort of played by the UK press and UK media. But this is like a train to nowhere. This is leading nowhere. This is just like completely ridiculous, actually, at this point, and boring in the sense that, like, I don't want to be responding to these people. I don't want to know their names. I don't care what they said. It's kind of like, if I want to talk about Meghan and Harry, I just want to focus. I want to make up my own news. I thought of something. What was I thinking last night I would talk about Meghan and Harry? What? I don't even remember. Oh, I thought they would buy a house in the American South. So that I said I would make up a story about Meghan and Harry buying a house in the American South and just going with that. To me, that's as legitimate as this nonsense with the UK press and UK media at this point. Just make something up, but something that is interesting to me and fun, and just interesting, and just like forget these idiots and idiotic. What did he call it? It's carnival of so-called as Brian called it the carnival of so-called experts. Because the thing is that they're raising blood pressures around the world for no reason. I don't want my blood pressure manipulated anymore by these idiots. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys, I have to sign off now, and I don't know what I'll call this video, but Yeah, that's it for this one. See you in the next one. Take care. Bye.